So I said, what are you doing? I just don't understand. But anyway.
There's a lot of things you don't understand, but that's okay.
YouTube. What? Hey, what?
That's what makes you. Did you have your grumpy O's this morning?
Someone picked up on that.
Yeah,
on YouTube. Yes, I did, and it tasted a lot like an everything bagel.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Now, your breakfast cereal should never taste like an everything bagel.
Yeah. Holy cow! Out of nowhere, Cam Stewart. Is it Cam Stewart? Cam Neely?
Cam Newton.
I don't know. There's so many Cams. I thought it was Cam Neely. I was like, oh, Cam Neely's going to play football.
Oh, I'd love to see Cam Neely play for the Patriots. He's pushing 60 and has 2 bad knees. That'd be great.
Who's Cam Stewart? Was he quarterback for the Steelers?
Cordell Stewart.
Okay. I got it's a stupid
Cordell Stewart.
I don't know. I don't follow some of the stuff anymore. I know Tom Brady and Gronk, and that's about
Cordell Stewart played 25 years ago.
That's about when I stopped following.
Okay. It's like, geez, okay.
Still, I mean, I'm still playing my older stuff. So anyway, hello everybody. It's a Monday Night Chat. We're back on here on a rainy Monday night. Yeah, Cam Neely. He was just, how can you not like Cam, right? There was so many good Cam moments there. It really was. And so we're back to Gone saying hi.
Which surgery was that, Dave?
You know, the stuff he went through, and he still came back.
Oh no, he did. He
still produced. And you imagine what it would have been like without those knee injuries, you know, because he came back on one leg playing just home games, and he still was phenomenal. You know, he would figure in a couple of goals a night, just whether he scored them or assisted on them, and that was on one bad knee. That's just how good that guy was.
Now there you go. There's a good what if for you.
What's that?
Run a Stanley Cup playoffs one of those years and make sure that Neely's healthy all the way through.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Robbie. Yep, that's my all-star jersey from the 80s. That's the Campbell Conference, and I get my name on the back with my goalie number.
It's
a shop jersey.
Maple Leaf fan. Yep.
That's a shop jersey. It really is. So
it was foggy here most of the day.
So you want to hear the news?
Sure.
So I got a call today from the hospital. Apparently, they're running out of COVID patients to treat. So they've scheduled my heart procedure.
Oh, so when is it?
Well, my pacemaker is set to go in at the end of the month.
Your what?
My pacemaker.
Your pacemaker.
My pacemaker. Hi, I'm calling here to schedule your pacemaker appointment. Says, well, is it really that bad? I says, I was supposed to have an ablation. Oh, hang on a sec. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. They said pacemaker.
That's a big difference between having some arteries cauterized and sticking some sort of thing inside you.
That's what I said. So she's like, well, we're going to put you in for the end of the month. So it kind of works out good because I got to go on the medicine.
You got to go back on the thinners. The end of July, yeah. I assume, since the end of June is tomorrow.
Yeah. So she was like, oh, I can put you in the 18th. I said, well, no, I need 30 days on that. So she goes, how about the 30th? So perfect. So I'll start the meds on Wednesday the 1st, and we'll do it on hopefully the end of the month, and then and that's that. So
your just primaries are just up
right,
to David.
Right. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's not a pacemaker. At least who knows? Maybe I'll come out with a pacemaker and I'll feel better. I don't know.
You could be like Krusty the Clown. Just don't go near any microwaves.
Jeez, right.
If Sharon wants to do you in, all she's got to do is nuke something for you.
I don't know. As long as they don't give me an addictomy, you know what I mean?
An addictomy? That sounds like a personal problem to me.
It's a
I don't
joke,
know, Mark. You could probably play hockey with a pacemaker, couldn't you?
I don't know. We had a guy that was playing with us that had all kinds of heart surgery was playing, so we'll see. But hopefully it's not going to be that. I'm hoping it's just the ablation. We'll fix it up here. I can't
believe that must have scared the living daylights out of you.
It did. Well, I was just like, what's going on here? I mean, oh my gosh, I don't know. Yeah, it's raining here. It's raining all over the country. Hopefully we can rebuild them. I'm hoping. Yeah. Just was it? Don't get the what was that movie? Don't get the Korean doctor.
Probably an episode of like MASH or something like that, right?
Now there was a comedy show that the guy got his nuts cut off. He was supposed to have his something else done. So
yeah, pickled one. It's kind of been rainy here. It's been very nice.
Yeah, it's muggy. It's been rumbling all day.
So your dog walked you.
I heard that, Paulie. I watched your video the other day. Yeah, you were hitting 99. You said you hadn't got to 100 yet, but I did watch that video you did the other day.
That's just no, not in a gazillion years. Vermont 95 is hot. Florida 95 would be.
We've hit over 100 a few times. Yeah.
Yes, we have.
It's not often, but once in a while we'll get, and and of course that's the day that everybody takes pictures of their temperature in the car and they post it.
Right.
And I think that's fun because for me, when I can go back and look at that stuff, it's like, oh, geez, last year at this time it was 102 degrees in my car. And there's some people are like, oh, these people posting, the temperature things. It's like I like that.
See, I live in
watching
Vermont.
them.
We post it when it's -40.
Yeah, I like seeing the temperatures from people's cars.
Can you
what's going
believe
on.
that? The coffee I got from Cumbies froze by the time I got it to the car.
Ooh, so it was a frozen. Was it a nice coffee? Thank you,
No.
Gideon. I hope everything goes well too. Although at this point here, am I really gonna miss anything if it doesn't go well?
Well,
I mean,
maybe you should just go to Oil and Go or something like that. Happy anniversary!
Holy cow, that's right. That's a long time ago. Yeah, we were sitting in the Worcester Centrum there 18 years ago with you guys. I remember you guys before you guys were married. So that would have been what, 18 and a half years ago.
It'll be 18 years of the day, Dave.
Yep. So
I
yeah,
thought Mark wasn't my strong point.
I don't remember what happened to him. I don't think he played anymore because once you have a heart problem in hockey, you can't play at that level. You could still play, but you just couldn't play at that level. But yeah, so we'll see. So I just thought it was crazy. I was just laying down this afternoon, jumped up pacemaker.
That would scare the bejesus out of me.
It's just that they messed it up. So I said, well, I need to confirm that when I go in there, they're not going to be cutting me open, putting in a pacemaker.
Yeah, I mean, the blood thinners won't help you at that point. You're going to be out for a while.
Yeah, so.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
Yeah, so.
That's true. You can't make snow throwing coffee in 100. Yes, but you can at -40.
Yeah, you ever seen those videos? I think it was over in Russia. It was like -40. And the guy had the boiling water. He had boiling water on the stove, and he ran out on his deck, and he threw it off, and it just.
Yeah,
that was cool.
The first time I ever watched cross country skiing was at I think the '84 Olympics, and it must have been bitter cold because the only thing I remember, it wasn't the actual skiing event itself, was the fact that everyone's snot was freezing to their face.
Oh yeah, that's tough. Yeah. The coldest I've seen it was up here was, I think a few years ago we had a -6 early Friday morning.
Oh, really? We've had -40 up here, especially with the wind chills.
Yeah, well, I mean, the wind chills are different, but I mean, I'm talking strictly with my car because I remember it was a Friday morning. We had hockey, and I was like, of course, it's got to be the coldest day in my life here on Friday morning. It couldn't be, the day before. It had to be the day of. And I remember going out because, like I said, I had my truck in the garage, and when I started her car, it said -6, and it started. Don't ask me how, but it did start. And I ended up putting her car, like I said, what I do when it's really cold on Friday is I pull my truck out and go to the rink, but I put her car in the garage, at least give it a half hour, 45 minutes in non-freezing conditions to do what it's got to do. But that was the coldest I've ever seen. It was a Friday morning. It was about 4:45 in the morning, and it was -6 on the dash. That's really kind of cool.
1 or 2 days a year, we'll have 10 below in the morning. And there was one year when I was in the 3rd grade, as a matter of fact. So February of '79, it was so cold they canceled school, and it wasn't the wind chill. We actually got down to 35 below zero.
Yeah, see that's when it's actually nuts like that.
Yeah,
without the wind chill. Yeah, there was a couple of. So it was such a cold night that night. There was a couple other nights that when we get down into the minuses.
But that's pretty cold for where you are.
Yeah, seriously, I will get up in the middle of the night and I'll run all the faucets for a minute. Just to make sure they don't freeze, and we've never had that problem. But I just think when it's minus something, -2, -4 degrees, it's cold. It's like the pipes are freezing, and just so I like to run them to keep that water going. So yeah, that is cold. I don't know how we get on cold when it's 80 something degrees and humid here, but oh yeah, see, that's what you do. Yeah, you go back to back. You get the one present, you get them out of the way. So you get, if you forget one, the other one it's right there. So yeah, good for you, Bruce. That's the way to do it.
I'm not touching that one. Not touching that one.
Yeah, you don't do anything. There was one time we played hockey at this rink, and it was a freezing cold night, probably back in 1995. It was 25 years ago. Holy cow. And it was so cold. And they
How
had the
cold was it?
they had the blowers blowing in there too. And it's like, you don't need to do the blowers. It is freezing in here. And they got the cold blowing in there as well. It just so it created like a wind chill in the rink. It was like I remember I had like a cage on my mask, and I would take a drink of water and it just froze to the cage.
Oh,
And it was just so I had to take off my helmet and drink water because anything that hit my cage would freeze. And then what would happen is the two referees, I felt bad. So they were freezing trying to referee this game. So one would go off into the lobby and warm up, and the other guy would drop the puck and he'd ref by himself for a few minutes. And then the whistle, the other guy would come out and the other guy would go into the lobby, because you're supposed to have two refs on the ice. And these guys are so cold, they kept switching up, and no one said a word. It's like, you guys must be freezing. Go warm up, do what you got to do. Everybody was like perfectly fine, So, yeah. So
that's cold.
Yeah, that was a cold. That's the coldest I ever played that rink there, and I think it was in Belmont, Massachusetts. And I remember saying, "But this is the coldest I've ever played." I've been in some cold rinks. This was the coldest. Everything was frozen. You didn't even sweat. It was so cold in there. And I remember the water just froze on my mask. I was like, I couldn't even. It was just it was uncomfortable to play too. It was so cold, and it was probably like 10 at night. It was just forget it. I give the referees credit.
Carbon monoxide story, right? I know I've told you that, carbon. I think I've
I
told
think so. Yeah.
And so that month in St. Johnsbury, the average temperature was 2.
Oh, jeepers.
That was the average temperature for the month.
Oh, is that the one with the restaurant? Is that the restaurant one? The carbon dioxide in the restaurant?
No, it was when I went to the ice arena and the.
Oh, the ice arena. Yeah. And they had the game and everybody got sick at the game.
Yeah. Appa Chatter. Are you CC Appa fan on Delphi? But yeah, once in a while it'll get bitter cold up here.
Oh, Strat Hockey, yeah, Strat Hockey is the best. Mike, I was gonna do a video on the advanced hockey because I know that you're playing basic and a couple other guys just play basic. Advanced is super advanced is tough, but the advanced is really there's just a couple of different things, and I think you get a better hockey experience when you play advanced. So I was going to do that. Not that I'm an expert at that, but I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos. I got a video I'm going to do tonight on my Washington Capitals replay and talking about playing a single team season replay. I got some tips for that. And then I think I'm going to do some videos on my Sega hockey stuff. I want to talk about all my Sega hockey.
You only get 3 wins out of the 76-77 Habs. We know something's important.
Yeah, no, that was 3 wins out of the Caps. That wasn't good there.
Okay, Festus Gerber. Okay, I don't know who CC Appa fan chatter or CC Appa fan is on Delphi. Oh,
I think it might be Carl. I think it might be Carl.
Okay, because that said some very nice things about me. I got some kind words from the U.S. Open stuff I did, and so there's always something kind of scary, Dave, when you open up a form that you don't necessarily, or anything that you don't necessarily go to all that often, and you see your given name on the screen.
Yeah.
Ron Juckett Golf.
Yeah, you're like, oh boy, what did I do?
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was all good. So
hi, Larry. Yeah, I don't know if you missed the beginning of the show, but I talked about I was supposed to have
you can't do that with a pacemaker there, Davey. You can't look at that picture and go, oh, that looks good.
I was supposed to have an ablation, which I guess they burn one of the vessels in your heart because something's not triggering right, so they need to get rid of one. I don't know. That's what I heard. I heard they helped flutters in your heart, which is what I had. And the doctor called me today and says, "Yeah, we're ready to schedule your pacemaker appointment." It's just like, oh my God, this thing is worse than I thought. So I need to. So I said, no, it's not a pacemaker.
It'd be like calling Sharon and ask what time she'd like to go for her ultrasound.
Jeep, it's creepy. Yeah, it'd be like anything. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I mean that would scare the bejesus right out of me.
But hopefully we might start playing hockey a week from Saturday if all goes well. Who knows what's going to happen in the world between now and then? What new things are going to come up to prevent that. But if everything goes well, then hopefully we'll do that. And so emails start producing again. Yep. Hopefully people.
Why? There's a guy that was in the same bunker that the Japanese dude that didn't surrender from the end of World War II to 1976. And so they shared a bunker, and that guy just finished the second quarter of his first APA basketball.
Yeah, I heard that's a long game. The hockey was long, too. I still need to go back to it. I'm just not ready yet. Hi, Glenn. Good to see you. as we're playing here. Oh, so yeah, so I started oh, you guys are supposed to start softball on
Cool.
July 9th. Good. Yeah, we could have started playing on the 7th, which is Tuesday night, because I think Monday officially they've okayed certain other
Are you
things.
up to phase 3 or still the second part of phase 2?
Don't even go there because I don't know what it is. But
you're going to be able to do it.
It was supposed to be today. And then the rumor was the governor didn't want anybody partying on the 4th of July. So he wanted us to get through that to wreck everybody's Independence Day. And then we could try to start some other things. So
you just let him for my wife's birthday.
Yeah, who knows? So we're going to go and try to start playing next Saturday and see how it goes. And hopefully it goes well and we can build on that. So I don't know. So some guys already started playing. That's good. Good. We need to get out there and start
started up here at the beginning of the month.
Oh, good. So hopefully you can start playing hockey again so I can. Oh, I'm going to be so rusty and my legs are going to hurt so bad.
You and everybody else.
I know, right?
What you do is you get the dog on the skates and have him play.
I've been giving him days off. I've walked him so much and it's been so hot. He's had a tough time. So I've been giving the dog days off dog days. I've been giving him some time off.
That's August.
I took today off too from walking. I was going to go out today. We tried to go out yesterday and we didn't even get around the corner and it started to rain pretty good. And we came home. We were soaked. It's like, well, didn't make that. I got like 0.3 miles. It's like 0.15 out, 0.15 back. We didn't get anywhere. So, Tim, what they are asking to do is that, when you walk in and walk out, they want you to have a mask. When you're playing, you don't need one. They said, maybe even while you're getting dressed, but I can't see if you've done a game. If you're huffing and puffing after you played a game, you can't have a mask on. But so the idea is to wear it as much as you can, but you don't need it when you're playing. So in and out of the rink, maybe when we're upstairs, we'll be fine. They are having one way in and one way out. And I think even the stairs up, but one way up and one way down. Whatever, a couple little things like that. So it's not terrible stuff. It's just going to be little crap that's going to, bug us.
You'll get used to it.
They are taking some precautions, which is good. You know what I mean? I'm going to do some things too. I don't think I'm going to have in the handshake line. I'm going to tell everybody keep your gloves on. No bare skin, shakes. Just go glove to glove or tap shin pads or something like that. Things like that, and a couple little things we'll do as well to do our best. And I think it's a confidence thing. I've been saying this for a long time. Once we stop playing and once we go back to seeing things and we see that we're going to be okay, at least I hope we're going to be okay. Then things get back to normal. If they get worse, then we know that this thing is terrible and it could be the end of the world at that point. So, what's Glenn doing here? So he's been playing the same group as guys since '86. Wow, good for you, man.
That was good not for you. And
yeah,
now your sons are playing.
Hopefully we're playing. I want to play. Oh, they also I got a call from the hospital too. It's like, oh yeah, we see you're scheduled for a procedure. You need to come in for a COVID test. Great. They do it right in your car. They said just pull up back, roll down the window, stick out your head, and we'll do the test, and off you go.
It's Sarah had it done, and another friend of mine had it done, and it's not a giant Q-tip. It's like a bendy thingy, and you'll cry because they're jamming it pretty high. But
yeah, I imagine my eyes are gonna water. You know what I mean? But hopefully, I'll get through it.
It's in Vermont. It's weird. If you have it, you'll get a phone call. But if you don't have it, they'll mail you a letter.
So, yeah. I meant if I have it, they won't let me have the procedure.
Well, I would imagine not.
But then what do I do? Wait 2 weeks and then go have it? I don't know. But
so when do they want you to get your swab?
The rink definitely slows down, Paulie, during the summertime. But we still get a lot of hockey in. It goes down about a third, maybe. What's going on, Keith? So it's 3 days before. So it's
that's
the
not
end of the month.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah had it done, and she thought it was going to be every 2 weeks, and it's not.
I think it's 3 days. They want to have it taken 3 days before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is the mortality rate is every day it drops and drops and drops and drops and drops. And that's why it's such the fear mongering on the TV. It's like, 10,000 new cases in Florida. And, so, well, we'll see. As this thing plays out, we'll know more. Every day we know more. Every month that goes by, we see more and more what happens. And here we are. But anyway, so I started up a new project here on the tabletop. I don't know why I was watching guys play. I think it was Glenn playing the shootout hockey.
Oh, yes.
I got the itch. I did. I played a ton of the History Maker golf, and I played all those tournaments, and it was so fun. It was so fun. But you ever hit a game so hard that you're like, man, I need a break?
Yep.
And I hit the wall with that. I played it and I loved it, but it was these tournaments are 5-hour tournaments. And so you play a couple hours one day and a couple hours the next day, and you're like, ooh, that was fun. And then so I did 3 of those back to back to back. And finally I was like, okay, I'm kind of golfed out here. I need to do something. What am I want to do? And I was like, you know something? I think I'm going to play. So I picked up 69-70 and 70-71 with Hockey Blast. And I said, maybe I'll do the playoffs with Hockey Blast. And I was like, you know something? Those games tend to run, 30, 45 minutes for me. And that's a lot of games to play. That'd be a long-term project. I said, let me do something a little bit easier. Let me go to shootout. So I took out the 69-70 season with shootout, and I'm going to play the playoffs as is, or at least the first round. And then if there's any differences, then I'll make up for it and see who will win the cup that year with the Bruins. And let's see if the Bruins play the Blues, but I'm going to play the entire playoffs. So I've been doing that. And the first series, I did the Chicago-Detroit series. Don't ask me why. But I decided to go with Chicago-Detroit. Now that year's playoffs were kind of weird. It was not a, the vacuum. I'm going to do a review on the vacuum. You watch. I'm going to do a review on the vacuum. You'll see.
Sure, Floby?
No, this thing. Oh, I got a funny vacuum. Remind me to tell you the funny vacuum story in a minute. So
okay.
Stay tuned for the funny vacuum story. 71 would be a lot of fun too. So I got 69 and 70 and 70-71. I think I have that. Those are my two big seasons. I like that was. I still don't remember those seasons. I was 3 and 4 years old, but I when you grow up, you heard all about them. So I'm pretty versed in those. But anyway, so the first series was Chicago-Detroit. Chicago won that one 4-0 in real life, and Detroit ended up winning that in 6. So it was Chicago won game 1, and then Detroit stole a game. Then they stole game 3. Chicago came back, was tied 2-2, and then Detroit won back-to-back games. And I think Gordie Howe had the game winner in game 6 with like a minute to play in the third period. A lot of fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Bungo, he is a nice guy.
Yeah.
All right. So vacuum. So tell us the sucky story.
Yeah, well, so you might hit that with shootout, because I've done that with shootout too. When I did my California Seals project, I played every game for the Seals, and that was like a 78 game season. I was pretty tired at the end of that, and I didn't play shootout for a while. But then it's like Kentucky Fried Chicken. You have Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I'll never have this again. And then in a couple months, like, man, I need Kentucky Fried
My
Chicken.
wife has banned me from ever eating there.
Oh, but we haven't had it in a couple of years, because the one that was close to us shut down. But we would once a year. We would get it, and we would love it while we eat it, and then after you get done eating it, you're just like, oh my god,
oh yeah, absolutely,
that is the grossest thing ever.
It's not like that with all fried chicken, but I am specifically banned from ever getting anything from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah,
and I'm just never going to challenge her on that.
No, it's not good. But so anyway, so I got the it's called the Works. You've heard of Works, WORX, right? It's a whole series of products that use the batteries, right? My brother got a couple of Christmases ago. My brother got my wife the chainsaw one. It's not a chainsaw, but it's got like the claw, and the blade comes down. So you're supposed to put it around the log, and you press it from the back, and it cuts it, and your hands are not anywhere near the blade. It's supposed to be very safe, right?
Okay.
So we got that, and we really liked it. And so I ended up getting the Weed Whacker one. So I'd buy these things, and you get a battery, and all the batteries are interchangeable. So I got the Weed Whacker, I got the blower, so I bought all the stuff to work in the yard, right? And Glenn has a Works blower. Yeah, they work pretty good. The only issue I have with these things is the battery lasts 5 or 10 minutes. They don't last at all, these batteries. But I got 6 batteries now, because I got 6 products I bought over the years. And so I try to keep them charging, interchange. So I've been looking at this little hand vacuum, because there's all these, use it for the car, even down here in the office. I don't want to pull out the big vacuum and just fire. So something that can just pick up and go, right? So I got it in the other day, and it works great. It is, yeah. Bruce is a big Works fan. I like the Works stuff. They're good for the house. They're not industrial. They're good for the house, right? So this thing is about this big. It's not that big, and it's got a little holes, right? And so it came in, I put the battery on, set it all up, and I was like, okay, it works. Cleaned up a couple things with it. I cleaned up the office here a little bit, whatever. It's like, okay, this isn't good. Last night, I go to bed after I played some shootout hockey, and I turn on the light in the bedroom, and there's this moth on the wall that's the size of my thumb.
That's big.
And it was like navy or black. It was really dark. It wasn't like one of these white moths, and it had the long wings on it. And I'm like,
Ooh.
holy cow. I said, I don't know what this is, but I am not going to go to sleep with this thing in my room. It ain't going to happen.
That's pretty creepy.
So yeah, this thing was huge. It was like 2 inches long. It was, like I say, the size of my thumb, It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And it was late. And it's like, well, I'm just going to suck it up with a vacuum. And I'm not going to pull out the big one and make so I grabbed this little thing and I just went up and I turned it on and I'm trying to suck him in and he's moving along and then I was like, oh man, did I get him or did he fall down in my room somewhere? I don't know. I says, I think I got him, right? So I go out on the deck and I hit the thing, I open it up, the bottom opens up and he flies out.
Oh, aren't you?
And I was like, that was cool. It's like I didn't want to kill him, but I couldn't have him in the house.
Oh, no, that's like
so, but it just worked out that I sucked him up into this thing. I went outside, I opened it up, and he fell out and he flew away. He's happy, I'm happy, and so when I do my review for that, I'm going to do a review on my channel for that little vacuum there. That'll be my story there. That it
doesn't suck.
It sucked up the bug and it didn't kill the bug. Post
the last thing that Mungo Jerry posted, please.
This.
Yes, that right there. I want to, I know you watch NASCAR every once in a while. There's I'll get on binges of watching crap on YouTube, and so my suggested videos will change. And so there was I forget who the Slap Shoes, I think is the name of the channel. He's a Southern guy, NASCAR fan, and he was doing some work for something or another and tried to find Airbase Speedway, which I forget. Mungo can tell us where it is. It was an abandoned raceway, and NASCAR raced there once in 1951. Yes, and I got suckered in. He did 3 videos. He actually had someone take him to what they thought was the site, and they found car parts and everything. And so Mungo Jerry did the race on using Daring Racers from Roberto Chavini.
Nice.
And it's like, what? And so when I saw that, I went, wow, he must have watched those videos. Oh, Greensville, South Carolina. Okay. And so, yeah, it was just kind of, if you're into any sort of archaeology type stuff, this was fascinating, Dave. It was just a 1/4-mile track that they had sprayed some sort of substance on. So they called it paved, but it wasn't. And really worth the find. It's like, no, I really don't want to watch this. It's like I said, I watched all 3 parts.
Nice.
And so that's cool. So nice. So when he posted it, I responded back like, "Did you see that?" Like, yeah, okay, because it's worth it.
I want to go get some more golf from him. I like his golf game.
Someone told me today that's coming up on his massive sale.
I dropped a bug in his ear.
Was that you?
I dropped the bug and said, "Could use some golf on sale. I'm gonna pick up some golf." So
I got the tennis part of it. That was fun. I posted that yesterday.
His games are fun. He's got rugby. I was thinking about grabbing the rugby. I'm not sure.
You like the rugby? I have both Fighting Chance, which is the one roll.
Yep.
And the crouching one, you have to you roll to convert. It's kind of like the baseball game. You roll to convert the tries into the extra points.
Okay.
Okay, and so it's kind of like the runs converting into the hits, like you do with the So
one of his football games does that too. You roll for extra points or field goals or something like that. It's kind of fun. I like when you have those little extra things like that. I really do. No, and he said Tim Flock won the race. Okay, cool.
And the replay, and you want it in real life. That's cool.
Nice. So so I'm back doing my project there. I'm gonna, like I said, set up the camera. I want to talk about that. I got a couple of videos I'll probably shoot. I might shoot one tonight and then a couple tomorrow. I'm still playing with some settings on some things, trying to want to reshoot some of my other videos because I went back and played fast action football and realized I played that all the wrong way back in the day. But now I got it flowing. Flowing pretty well. Game winning drive. As I'm back doing that too, I really like game winning drive.
Paul, there's actually a couple of videos on that. Someone out in California, that one. because one of the turns still kind of exists, and the other one goes through a shopping mall and all that. It's kind of cool. Modern archaeology. You know, we've talked about the dead mall thing. It's pretty much the same thing.
Well, we even before we got kicked off in here one night for showing videos, we were showing some of the old sets from like Hogan's Heroes and MASH and stuff, and the Hogan's Heroes set is like I think it's a neighborhood now. I think it's either a mall or it's a office building or something. Yep. Yeah, it's like the set is gone. It's just there might be something there kicking around but I mean for the most part it is gone. You know,
it was the same set as Andy Griffith and some others.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm trying to think what else is happening around here. I'm going to start firing up my videos tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get that Works vacuum.
It's going to be a weird week for me. I'll do some 78, but wife's birthday, my mom's in town Friday again, and her birthday's Saturday, and then she goes
week, right?
What?
It's a holiday week, right?
The holiday, the 4th is Saturday.
Yeah, it's just everything's running together for me right now.
I
gotta try to refocus because after the 4th, supposedly we can play hockey, and not only is it going to be hard for me to jump back into playing hockey and running hockey again, it's just getting everybody back. Yeah, that's the first thing. Making sure it all works, and then
you're going to be exhausted.
Yeah, well, I am. Yeah, I'm going to be with all the different guidelines and stuff they're going to have. It everything's going to be twice as difficult for me, and so it's going to be really tough because it's been 4 months. But the thing is, I'm going to try to ramp it up. I'm going to really try to. I'm not going to just hit the ground running. I'm going to try to ramp it up, get everybody back into doing
now
it.
With your ablation, are you going to be able to skate before then?
Yeah. They said I could do everything normal. It's just if I get a bruise, it's going to hurt. I'm probably not going to play.
You had said that you were probably going to rough anyway.
Yeah, I might play if we have as one of the scrimmages. I might skate in that. I don't know if I'll play if I'll just referee. So I'll be able to skate. So it might be good just for me to skate as a referee for right now and maybe not play for a little while. So, I mean, I'll be on these thinners at least till the end of August. I'm hoping it won't be much further than that. So I might just mean taking the summer off and then skating.
It's a month before, and it's sort of a month before and a month after for you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Just to be. It's a safety precaution, is what it is.
Mungo Jerry. Well, that was all done. That was Desilu. That was Lucy and Desi's studio, and so that's why Star Trek and Andy Griffith were shot at the same place. And same for Hogan's Heroes, which was a Bing Crosby production until Paramount bought it. It can be.
Yeah, it can be. It's tough. It is. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
COVID canceled a lot of things.
COVID doesn't like weed. Paul, just look it up on YouTube. It was one of those. I found it at late one night when I was just one of those things. There's a bunch of those, but the Slap Shoes one is just well done. Just an extremely well done documentary. What was the other thing I got? Oh, I also got his soccer mega pack too. So, if anybody's itching for some Bosnian Premier League soccer, I could do that for you. I knew you were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, the Bosnian soccer special. Okay,
Bosnian soccer special. Now that would be, yeah. So yeah, my wife's birthday is it's the 4th. She's a firecracker, and the cat's birthday is the 4th.
Wow, there you go, knocking them out of the park.
Well, that's the reason why we got the cat.
Everybody getting catnip or what?
Maybe. The cat turns 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I've had it. Mungo. Well, if you watch the stuff I've been doing with the gymnastics and other things, it can be done. It can be done. It's you get the racing stuff would be easier, such as Eric Heiden and the racing. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to do sports that need to be judged like figure skating. Got no football Hall of Fame next year.
We had some good ideas for that gymnastics.
Yeah, we did. I don't talk about them because I'm going to implement a couple.
I'm going to spoil them. Right now.
Want to spoil the interview that we're going to do?
No, No, I don't do that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the APA baseball. I like the APA baseball. I played that. The APA hockey, I'm gonna need to concentrate on that. And right now, my head's not in a place to take on a game. Yeah. So Glenn, my relationship with APA hockey is it's on hold right now. It is not in the draw, which is good because once you go in the draw, you're buried in there for a while. It's not in the draw. It's still out about on the top. It's with the Hockey Blast and stuff. Yeah, it's just I'm not ready for that yet because I got a little bit further and a little bit further, but I'm not a big fan of doing math on the fly or figuring things out on the fly. I think that's why I'm starting to like to play games a little bit more because it's more of a word based than it is math based. And even with the, like shootout hockey, there's no math to be done. You're just reading the rolls of the dice of the chart. Strat hockey, the only math you really do is if you're penetrating. Giggity is so if you look at offense versus defense and you look at the chart, that's and you don't even do math really with that. You just look to see, it's 3-on-3 or it's a 4-on-1, whatever it is. You just check the offense versus defense and you look at the chart. So there's really no math in strat either.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for my guest?
So we're going to put the cat in a separate booth here and ask Ron a few questions.
Yeah. So how sharp are those teeth? They're sharp.
Yeah. So no, I'm not going to I'm not giving up on APA hockey, but it's definitely going to be. I think what I'm going to do with that is that's going to be one of these things where like maybe I can hook up with Kenny Castro or something like that, and we can sit down. He can just say, "Hey, look, Dave, here's how you play this," because I'm going to need some hand holding on that because it just seemed to be a lot going on. I took a shot. The shot was blocked. Which defenseman was it? What happened after the block? It was just like I don't know if I need that much detail in a game, but I might really, really like that because it's hockey. So that's the only thing that's kind of keeping that in the realm is that I might really like a detailed hockey game like that, but my head is not in it right now. In fact,
it says I recommend the card sheets and cut them into thirds to swap lines and write indexes on the score sheet.
Yeah,
pretty much.
The thing is too is like somebody gifted me that. I don't want to say who, but I don't know if I got the full game. That's the thing. And I don't know if I got an older version. So, because there's a lot of things that ID had that I didn't have in my box. So maybe I'm missing some things that would make it a heck of a lot easier to play. And I'm not, mad. I'm not blaming anybody by any means, but I'm thinking that maybe if I actually, picked up the game at some point, got the whole thing, that, it would make a lot more sense than what I'm trying to.
By the way, here.
I'll see. Well, yeah, you got tutored by a Hall of Famer, and I wonder why. If Tom Brady sat me down, I'd know a lot more about football too. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is a diva cap. I don't have any soccer games, none. Seriously, I don't have a single. I don't even know if I got Atari soccer. I don't even have any.
That's in the thing, unless you have it on a cartridge.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything soccer. I might have an old PS2 soccer game, maybe. I have on Atari. I have it because I have the Atari pack and it has Championship Soccer on Atari.
Oh, does it? Because I got that too.
I think that's the only soccer game I have. I mean, I have
soccer.
I'm not a soccer guy. If there's nothing else on, I might watch it. But it to me, again, it's I don't know the rules all that much. And every time a guy gets a scoring chance, it's offside, and it's always 0-0. So that's what I think about.
Zombastico, hiya.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Good to see you here on a Monday night here. I think Apple Hoops takes like a year and a half to play a game. So yeah, it does.
Well, that's a good sign.
I think if I put in the time, I think it would flow. It's just putting in the time. Yeah, and I hear APA basketball is the worst. Strat basketball, I got to fly. I would love to get more strat basketball seasons. I really would. I'm even kind of hoping that Play gets their basketball game out because I think if they did the basketball game like they did the hockey game, where you did it in chunks, I think it would be a heck of a lot better than it would be if you try to do play-by-play or quarter by quarter. So, similar to regular season basketball, like 3 minutes at a time. That moves along pretty well. 3 minutes at a time, it really does. And so also too, let me mention this, Ron.
Okay.
So as some of you know, there's this magazine out. It's called Sports Sim Magazine.
There you go.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go full screen for this. So
Then you
Sports Sim Magazine was this is the second issue. I think they got issue 4 coming out.
Gonna work on it after the holiday, but yes.
Yep. So on this one here, if you can see, yeah, I was in there doing my Stratomatic article.
Yes, sir.
I did. So issue 2, I was in this magazine, and I submitted a article for issue 4. So when issue 4 comes out in July, I think it is.
They're going to start to put it together after the holiday. I don't know when they're hoping to release it, but
so yeah, I'll be back in a magazine again.
Back in the saddle again.
It was probably 20 years since the last time I was in a magazine. No, 01, 02. 18 years. So it was kind of neat when I did that article there, and it got pretty well received. So
tease what you wrote.
I did a review for a game.
Okay.
I did a game review. So
okay.
And, I think I sent it to you just to kind of make sure it looked good.
Yeah.
So you gave me the thumbs up on that. Nothing stood out either way with that. So yeah, Play's working on a rodeo game. I did see that, I did see that. Strat is a very solid game. Yep. I got it to flow pretty well. I play basic mode, but the way I played, I can really bang it out and get through a game. And I need to get back and do some more of that. That is fun. I really do like that. And basketball play, yeah, because if you're playing a possession at a time, and then you got whistles and fouls in the whole bit, basketball is just a long game to play because you got to think that if the final score is 100 to 100, okay, that's a minimum of 50 shots. And if they go 60% in shooting, each team's taking 80 shots?
Yes.
So you got to factor, somehow 80 to 100 rolls of the dice to factor. And even when they don't shoot, then, you're still rolling dice. So
you would have hated 60s basketball.
Yeah, I didn't like anything before the shot clock, to tell you the truth.
No, the shot clock was there, but you shot a foul shot after every foul. So one shot.
Oh, so that just, yeah.
Oh man, I've gone back to Todd. I was thinking that I didn't say it. No flow. Watching some of the stuff on YouTube from the 60s basketball, there's no flow because every whistle you stop and shoot a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I looked at the wrestling game. It looked all right. I'll have to investigate it more because I was looking at either the wrestling or the racing game.
The wrestling one really uses your imagination a lot. I think you'd like that. I
like the Chris's Dice wrestling game. That's the best one. It's move by move. It's really fun. Yes, Door 5 would be proud. Yes, Bruce. It was last time I was in a magazine. I went through Door 5 at the Worcester Center to go into the officials and hang out with them and do my article.
Oh, okay.
I even got to interview some players. It was kind of fun talking to some of the players. Although hockey's, it's so hard talking to hockey players. They don't tell you anything. At least they didn't 20 years ago. Maybe it's different now, but it was
no.
You would just you ask them a question. It was just nope. We're focused on the next game. The coach has got us focused on the next game. So, what do you think about that big series coming up at the end of the month, the home and home against so and so? Well, we're focused on Wednesday night's game. That's the next thing.
Cincinnati from here.
Yeah, pretty much. So you had a big game there. You had a couple of goals the other night. You're approaching 20 goals for the season. I'm just glad to contribute, but we're really looking forward to Wednesday night. We're just focused on that.
I think
literally, they give you nothing, and not that I'm looking for anything juicy. I just want a little something to write on my article, and it was just like, okay, so they're on to Wednesday night, the game against the Portland Pirates, and that's about all this guy would say. So I guess we'll see you guys Wednesday night. Thanks for talking.
When I was at Bleacher Report, they trusted me to do an interview with Craig Kimbrell when he was the closer for the Braves. Closer for the Red Sox eventually. And so this was a preview of that next year's World Baseball Classic. So off-season fluff piece, get me 300 to 500 words on this. And so I'm talking on a speakerphone to some agent's office on Park Avenue, New York. And so it's Kimbrell's agent, someone from Major League Baseball, and Kimbrell. and you know, I had to. It's not unusual, especially with new writers on big websites, to get your questions pre-approved. And so I let my editor tell me the 3 questions I was going to ask, and I did there, and it pretty much was, I'm only focusing on Cincinnati. One of those things. Like, dude, I'm not going to sit there and ask you about what you did with your girlfriend at the Jack in the Box last week and who shoots steroids on your team. Okay, I'm specifically asking you about, what's it like to play for your country. I'm thrilled to pieces. Okay, I can tell. What's this do for your spring training? I love playing for my country. Okay, thank you for, that sort of thing. And so that's how they're all trained to do that, because if they stray from the script, you might actually have a story.
Yeah, and then you got people mad at you because you said something. And even the stupidest thing, it just nothing. I just found my articles just going flat when I talk to players. I would rather do a commentary or a general piece on somebody than to even talk to anybody. I mean, the salespeople in the office give you way more to talk about. You want to talk to them about sales or season ticket drives. I mean, they'll talk your ear off. And
they're their job to promote the club,
right? But I mean, those were my best articles. I was like, okay, so I'm talking to the guy here, and he's like on a season ticket drive, and I think there was one year that Worcester swapped ends. For some reason, they did some work at the Centrum, and they said it makes more sense for the home team to be here, so we can, we have, like the Bruins, they have the gate right there to go into the dressing room.
Right.
Yeah, and the away team would have to leave and go through the Zamboni entrance. But I mean, the home team didn't need to wait for a whistle. And so when they did some work, they ended up swapping benches. So I did an article on that, and I talked to the club, and that was a good article. I got a lot of information about what was happening. It's just, anybody but the players. The players just give you nothing.
Now,
at least
tired players will talk your ears off.
Yeah,
you talked with Reggie Leach and had the greatest old time in the world with that.
Yeah. See, it wasn't even Reggie. It was Walt McKechnie was there too.
Right.
And he talked to everyone. The stories they started telling and this and that. And he held no bones about anything. And just, it was funny because they both played with the Bruins and against the Bruins. And McKechnie was the guy. And he says, these kids today, they're curling. They're taking long strides around. He's like, they don't know what it's like. He's like, when we played, you go into the corner with Bobby Orr, and you turn, and he's gone. And that's just how it was. It's just, if you were playing against Bobby Orr, it's just he took the puck and you just didn't catch him. He was gone. And these kids here, they're playing this and that and blah 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 blah. So, yeah.
Barkley's not terrible. You're not terrible.
Some of those guys are great. I really do. Like when they talk to some of those, because they can loosen up a little bit. They loosen up a little bit. I like that. Who's prime time? Is that Deion Sanders?
Oh, Deion Sanders? Yeah.
I love watching him on his shows. Okay,
because he's gotten a bit more humble over the years. He's not
but what I like about that is, like, you turn on these football shows, right? And you got the stiff guys like, okay, we're going to talk about this today, and then we're going to talk about the Dolphins, and we're going to talk about the extra point line and move back, and they're like sticking to the script. They're on fact, but they're kind of boring. But they give you the facts. And you go to Deion
and do the pregame show that one year,
and you go to Deion, and he's just like flamboyant. He's saying things you wouldn't expect. He's off topic, but it was a nice contrast between the guy staying on point, staying focused, trying to keep the show moving, and Deion, who's all over the place being entertaining. And I remember sitting there going, something? This is fantastic. This is a great show, because you got the one guy that's like just keeping the thing on the track, and then the other guy who's bringing himself into it and talking about this and going and laughing and asking questions that you would, that you normally wouldn't ask, and not anything bad, but it's just off the wall stuff.
My wife would agree, because when I used to
loved it.
Watch a lot more football, we'd turn that on at 9:00 on a Sunday morning, and we'd both sit there and go, "Oh, this is fun."
Yeah, you get the guy that's running the show be like, that was a tough loss, and how did you team rebound from that, and they just like blah 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 blah, and then Deion was like, "Come on, man, that loss hurt. That's got a sting in there. Wait, really? What are you guys gonna do this week to make up for that?" That's how Deion did, and I loved it. I really did. I like how they have that, and I hope they still do that, because it was just so fun to watch the guy on script, on point, keeping things on track, and then the guy go off asking things that you really want to hear, and then there's a nice yin and a yang. So anyway, yeah, I remember we were on every night.
Remembers, yeah.
We went 7 days a week for a long time. We did what, 6 weeks, 8 weeks of every night. It was a long time of almost every night doing this show here, and so yeah, it just got to a point where it was just tough to do every night. And then the weather got good too, because man, we had, like I say, it was rainy and cold and cloudy for the entire month of
9th for about 8 weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't until we got into May that the weather was better. We got a little bit of light, so it was like, okay, man, go outside and do something now. At least I can cut the grass at night. So yeah, so we try to open it up and go do some things outside.
That's what it rained today and they mowed. Kind of wonder now how much of a hayfield we have left out there.
I cut my grass the other day. I was just like cutting hay. I just trimmed the top of it, because the problem is you get those points where it dies, and then you get the points that it's like, a foot high, because it gets a little bit of shade and it grows.
They hire some people to do it and trim hedges and all that every week, and they make sure it is short. And so last week, because we hadn't had rain in forever, it burnt. It literally was second week of Wimbledon out there. All you needed was a couple of Eastern European girls to go baseline all the time, and you would have had it out there.
Oh yeah, no, we had hay out front. It's yellow. It's yellow.
Yeah,
but not, and everyone's is. And the people that have the green lawns, that they're spending a ton of money watering it. It's like, good for you, but I don't know if I want to spend all that money watering my grass. I'll do it to a point, but the thing is, when you get like 8 or 9 straight days of boiling heat, you got to water it so much. It's like, yeah, the hell with it.
We bored the cat to pieces.
Hey, so where's your other banner?
Still hasn't come yet.
What's up with that?
eBay says, well, would you like to leave feedback? And I'll leave feedback when it shows up.
Wow.
It was supposed to have been here last Friday, a week ago. Friday.
It's been a while.
And it's been a while, and no, it hasn't showed yet. And there's no tracking number. We sent it parcel post. So it's, I'm sure, kicking around the back of a truck someplace. No, not quite the Bikini Wax Augusta Greens, though. No. And pollen 20.
Jeepers creepers. Yeah, it has
we
been
had
allergies.
One day last week where you think it's dandelions and it's not, and it does it so hard, Ray. It's like it snows, and so it just kind of sticks to everything. Yeah,
I think everybody's car here was yellow. I went out and washed it the other day, rinsed it off, and it just was like a big yellow stream going, look like lemonade coming off the car. It was just ridiculous.
So my CBS banner is not afraid of the ABC banner, but it's just, I guess we've bored the cat to pieces. She's left. But no, if it's not here by Friday, I'm going to have to kind of say, when did you send it?
Yeah. I was surprised. I've ordered a few things off of eBay and things like that, and they've arrived fairly quick, considering that you couldn't really get to the post office and do stuff. I remember I had when I get the cartridges for my printers here, is they give you a tracking label and they ask you to send the old one back.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they do with it, but I guess it's better than it's going into a landfill. So it doesn't cost anything. So I'll slap the label on, tape it up, and send it back to you if you want. It doesn't cost me anything. That's fine. So, but I used to always drop it off at the mailbox place up here, and they left. So I went into the UPS store, and they wouldn't let me in the store because you only could have 1 or 2 people in the store because of this. And it's like, can I just drop this off? It's just a cartridge going back to the manufacturer. It's like, nope, can't do that. And I'm like, then I'll just throw it away. It makes no sense. I don't need a tracking label. I don't need to stand in line to send this back. I just want to just send this back. But the guy at the UPS store, nope, you got to do it this way. I says, never mind. I just threw it away, walked out the door. Sorry. I just, if you're going to make it difficult for me, so I can't imagine trying to ship anything nowadays, because you'd have to stand in that line. And it's just, so that might be half the problem. Maybe he hasn't got it in the mail, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously started a label for it. They're just because it was sent UPS or USPS parcel post as opposed to first or second class or priority. That's the word I started thinking of. There's no number with it, so I don't know.
That's it. This is Ray's new mask. Oh my gosh, his new mask is ridiculous. It's got it's half blue on one side, half silver on the other side, and boy, I tell you, that thing is good. It come out of nowhere. He posted it on Facebook the other day. I was like, what is this? This thing is absolutely gorgeous. It makes me want to go get one. I don't even play net, but it makes me want to get one.
When my wife got me for Christmas was supposed to have been set and never got it, and so I'd filed for it, and so I asked for my money back and supposedly got it, and then they shipped it from China.
Is that the Trottier jersey?
Trottier jersey, yeah.
Wow.
I'm sure it's. I'm not. If it's not here by a week, sometime this week, I'll just send a note saying I haven't got it yet.
Yeah. So what I do now is, if I send back these cartridges, I keep it by the front door, and if I see UPS go by, I flag him down. So he was at the neighbor's house. I'm like, UPS. He's like, what? I go, can you just take this? He's like, oh yeah. So I'll just hand it to the guy now.
Yeah,
is what I do, because a lot of stuff comes U.S. mail now, which is
right.
And I think it's
mostly Amazon stuff does. Although they're starting to use UPS. The cat food that Petco uses UPS. Yeah, some of it's.
Some Glenn, you got lucky there, because when I walked in the store, the guy was like, "Stop! Don't come in. There's 2 people in the store," and he was like 5 minutes with each person trying to write up the slip. It's like, it's UPS. I mean, it's Amazon. I just need to scan this. Nope, that's not how we do it. So it's like, well, I'll never be back. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I can imagine it is. Who's not here? Scott. He does mail. I think he's a mailman. Yeah. So I wonder if he's getting slammed right now with stuff.
John Marichich, who's DJ John, is also a mailman too.
Oh yeah. Somebody was talking about how the mail-in voting, how that's going to kill the post office. And there's a guy today I saw. He says, "I just got mail-in voting sent to my house. I didn't ask for it, and it's not even my name." And it's like, so you're telling me we're not going to have any issues if we do mail-in voting? It's just like, this thing is a disaster waiting to happen. And he's just like, he goes, "I don't know who this guy is. I've been in this house quite a while, and it's this guy's name at this guy's address, so it must have been the guy who lived here before." And you're supposed to request mail-in ballots. They're not just supposed to send them.
Yeah, no, because we actually they just sent us something yesterday or over the weekend wanting to know if we want ballots. Now, I always do absentee anyway, so that's what we'll do. So it's not a big deal. But I looked at it long enough, and one of the things that was, because we do our primary in August for statewide and stuff like that. But there were 3 things. Primary, something I didn't look at, and November election. Like, wow, you want to know this early?
Yeah, they're pushing all that stuff right now.
I don't strategy. Yeah, it's going to go up beside me over here.
Yeah, but I mean like a wrestling strategy, I think is what it's going for.
I don't like CBSA anyway. I'll just call it his mustness.
Hey, what's up with the Undertaker? I guess he finally retired. He was always I love the Undertaker. He just was so cool. That was the best wrestling character ever. And I've been watching some videos on YouTube about him. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, but I guess he stopped and they had a final hurrah for him. I'd like to see the final hurrah. I really would.
I looked on eBay and they had an NBC Sports World banner with the red and the blue end, the proud end, which is the one I want, but they wanted $700 for it.
Ooh.
And no, thank you.
Wow,
$700.
So banner, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I think I paid less for. I think I paid the same price for the CBS as I did the ABC, a little under 110 after shipping and taxes.
Yeah. I mean, you got to wonder what's going to happen next season with sports in general. I think they're going to start adding fans. I mean, at some point, this thing has to end, because if it doesn't end, they're all going to die anyway. And there's going to be no hiding. So I think at some point, they'll start adding some fans, and then they'll start adding more. And, again, depending what you read, they were saying that there might be 10 or 20 times more people that have already got this than we thought. And so if that is the case, then those death numbers drop right to the floor, and then people should not be so scared of this. But the thing is we're still in an unknown area. It's a political football right now. You don't know who to believe. But if those numbers are good, that would be great. If 20 times more people had this thing than we thought, because that would mean that, again, the numbers are in our favor of going back to normal. So the rest of the Ray, that's why I don't do much Xbox and stuff anymore. That's why I roll the dice on the table, and I'm playing my hockey and my golf and my football games. I can't do that. I just can't. I can't do that. You know what I pulled out the other day was Splinter Cell for the original Xbox, the original Splinter Cell, and it's still in the 4x3 format. It doesn't even stretch wide to the screen, and I'm trying to move the guy through and do some stealth maneuvers and stuff. Like, there's still way too many buttons, and this is when I was good at it. I just can't do too many things. So Undertaker is retired. Yep. Yeah. Oh, you can watch it now. I've been watching different clips on it, and I guess he's in bad shape, as you would think. Someone who's in their 50s or 60s still trying to wrestle, you know.
Yeah, you just kind of have to wonder how safe that is.
But I guess he was doing once a year. He would do WrestleMania, and that was it.
Okay.
So I heard that's all he did. So, but that's all his body could take. But I think I would like to see him. I don't know if they did something. Bruce, when did he ever come back into the ring and well, they can't have a crowd now. So I'm hoping that when they can have crowds, they bring him back, and they did a big to do.
Even with it being choreographed, it's still a very physical activity.
Oh, cheapest, yeah. I mean, you can say, okay, you're going to win the match, and you can schedule.
You still got to perform.
You still got to come off the top rope. You're still hitting guys. I mean, might not be punching them for real, but you're still landing on them. You're still coming down on that mat. You're still getting thrown into things. It's your body takes a beating. You come down off a ladder. You can't fake it. You come down off the ladder.
Yeah.
So, some of those old Wii stuff are great. The Sega stuff is great. I need to go back to play some Sega. The pass shoot. I mean, that was fine. I don't need to hold the Y button, have the puck between my skates, and then hit the RB button to bump a guy off me. It's like, again, it's. I don't need that.
Picky. You're picky.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the owners want that one. That's how they're going to pay everybody. That's what they want to do is get some money in there. So, he's been in since the late 80s. Yep.
It's a long time.
Yep. I wonder what he was for the Undertaker. I forget what he was, but I remember when he first came in. When he came in, the boom, and everything went dark, and it had the blue come out, and just that bell ring when he come out. That was one of the best intros. That and oh, you didn't know? That was another good one. I really did like that one.
Well, Bruce says just the prep work for WrestleMania was unreal for him. He was taking so many treatments just to get in the ring.
Yeah. He said he would be out of commission for a month or two after WrestleMania.
Wow.
And go take care of his stuff and then start training for the next one. So, and speaking of wrestling, we're here talking about the Undertaker, and Dave Little shows up. What's going on, Dave? Dave, how are you liking golf? History Maker Golf. Let me know how you like it. I'm nuts about that game. Although I'm taking a little break, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and make some more videos on it. But yeah, that's a good one to have. Oh yeah, the Atari 26 bowling tournament. The bowling wasn't too bad on that.
It was fine, yeah.
The bowling was all right. The baseball was terrible. The football was terrible. The bowling, even the golf was okay.
Just because you could shoot close to par.
Yeah. I was watching some golf videos on YouTube. It's about a dude that goes around with his girlfriend and they play all these crazy miniature golf.
Yeah.
And some of them are crazy. Some of these holes are really crazy. It's fun to see. I always wanted to create like a really crazy miniature golf course, and but you still make a lot of money at that stuff. But some of these places got really creative. We had one as a kid, and it was right next to like a little restaurant, and you could get like burgers and fries and takeout at this place. And so the parents would drop you off, you play a couple rounds of golf, you get something to eat, and just see you in an hour or two. Those were the days. They really were. That was such a fun time, that miniature golf place. First tournament tonight. Yeah. Well, let me know how it works out. That is such a fun game. Again, it took me 4 to 5 hours to do a tournament, and I think I did one in a sitting. I think there was a night that I started at like 8 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock I was almost done. So I might as well just finish it out. I had fun. Excuse me. It's long, but it's fun. It's one of these games that you don't want to stop, because you're seeing guys drop out, you're seeing guys catch up. And the last one I had, Greg Norman was hanging around. He was 2-3 shots back the entire time, just hanging around. And he picked up a stray birdie, and a couple guys bogeyed. Next thing you know, I got 3 guys tied for first, and they're all rotating in and out for the last couple of holes. And then we went to overtime, and he pulled it out, and it was just that was a blast. Yep. Yeah, it is derived from History Maker Baseball. I saw that. Although I think the golf works better than the baseball for the flow, just for the flow of it. Because in golf, he tees off, and while you're flipping the chart, the ball's in the air. In my mind, the ball's in the air, and I follow he chipped on. He's gonna putt because you always roll for the putt, so you do roll for the putt usually. So that's kind of fun. With baseball, though, it's like here's the pitch. And then you got to look at the guy, and then you got to get on the chart, and then if it goes to the outfield, you got to look at the. I just feel it's kind of choppy, and maybe if I played it, it would be different. But I just feel like it's not quite as smooth as that. So it does seem to work better for the golf than the baseball. Not that the baseball wouldn't work. Maybe I could get into the groove of it, but just with the golf, maybe because the golf you're by yourself, it's like you versus the hole. Whereas baseball, you got the pitcher, the batter, and the fielder. So there's 3 people you might have to look at following the play. And it's just, is the guy this? Is the guy that? Is the guy this? No, yes, no. Okay, here's what happened. With the golf, I kind of like it. You follow the first shot, the second shot, and then the third shot, and then you find out what happened. I just like that a little bit better. See how many golfers get the COVID-19.
The new rare play charts that come with games from 2020.
I don't know what these sports are going to do now because they're playing and now all of a sudden people are getting it and a third of the North Carolina football team got it. It's like, okay, well how many are sick? How many are in the hospital? I mean, the athletes are not the problem. Their immune system is probably so good right now that yeah, and it's just and there was
supposed to.
And there was a doctor I was watching today. And again, there's doctors everywhere, but this doctor was saying that if you're under 60 and in good health, this virus very rarely will it affect you. And so the thing is keeping your immune system up and trying to stay as healthy as you can. And, obviously if you start drinking or if you have other problems and if you abuse your body, then it doesn't matter how old you are, you're going to be susceptible to anything. I know that too. When, back in the day, I'd go out and get a bunch of drinks and wake up in the morning, I'd get a cold. I would all the time. I would get sick after because my immune system went down and I was susceptible, and so that's why I don't really do that much anymore. On top of the fact, I think China Jade closed, Ron.
Did it really?
You went around for the China Jade days, but no, you went around for the China Jade days. But they're right up the street. I could actually walk there, and I have, and I've walked home a few times.
You roll home, or
yeah, pretty much, yeah. But they yeah, so that was the place to go for drinks. So right up the street, and we did that for years and years and years. And then they opened up the place across the street that we like a little bit better. Now there's a place further down that we like even better than that. But the last time I went to the China Jade, it was terrible. Didn't like it at all. I didn't even drink when I was there. Yeah, my friend did. I ate the food. I just didn't feel well after and never went back. And now I think they're done. So that's too bad.
When I would drink, the chair would know the way home. There's a couple times I don't know how the hell I got home.
Yeah, I mean, I think it works well with golf. That engine works well with golf. I haven't played the baseball personally. I'd like to at some point. I'd like to play all the play games at some point so I could give feedback at all. I don't know if there is or not. Because there's enough videos. There's enough videos to watch. You can see how it happens. So, yeah. Let's. How they get? Yeah, we don't know how they're getting it. I mean, it's the thing. It's out there. It's out. It's out in the world. I mean, we're not going to stop it. Even the masks and stuff. I don't know. It's out there, and it just at this point here, we got to just take it head on and treat those people that are sick, and the other one should be okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that should scare you. But again, there was a friend of mine, and I know everyone's different. A friend of mine said his 89-year-old father, something happened, went in the hospital, got checked. I said, oh yeah, you had COVID, and you didn't even know it. You got tested, had a sore throat for 2 days, 89 years old, and sent him home, and he's fine. And so it affects everybody differently. But yeah, there are different groups. So Austin Matthews has it? I don't know. Taker did a. Oh, look at that, huh? I think I saw a video of some people doing that. There was some of the Battlestar Galactica actors, the new one, not the old one, the newer one, and they did that too. And I was like, oh man, and it was like freezing. It's like, yeah, I don't know about that, man. So, yeah, I want to see that documentary. I got to see what I think it's on the WWE network. I don't have that. Hopefully, they'll put that on YouTube at some point. So, yeah, you're in a higher risk. Yep. Yep. I mean, and the thing is being smart about it. That's the thing, is being smart. My wife is in her 60s and she's got all kinds of health issues. And so we're not being reckless by any means, but at the same time, she's not sitting in the cellar with the door shut and not seeing the light of day either. So
we actually went into a place and actually had something today. It's the first time we've done that. There was like 4 people in there. So we felt we could, but it was but that was, what do we do? I'm type 2.
Yeah.
Live in an older people building. My wife works for assisted living, and we said, we think we're fine here.
Yeah. Well, again, try to keep your immune system up. If you take any supplements or anything like that, or your vitamin C's or your vitamin D is really good to fight this thing off. I take a ton of stuff every day, stuff that tastes terrible, and I drink it every day to keep myself going. And in fact, I went about a year and a half without getting sick at all, just by taking supplements and exercising. And I was still drinking them back then, but I went a long time. And then when I got gout, and then I was on antibiotics, and the antibiotics killed my immune system, and I got sick. I got that was that Thanksgiving. That was bitter cold about a year and a half ago. I got so sick that day, just from the cold, and it's because I was on the antibiotics for gout, and it killed my immune system. And then I got the bronchitis that time. So since then, I've been okay. Oh, let's see. What do we got here with Glenn? Carry out meals. Yep.
Yeah, we're allowed the outdoor seating, and so we've done that. We've tried our best, but it was a local place we went into today. Yep. But that was a case where we were talking about on the way down. If it was busy, we weren't going to go in, but it wasn't. So
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, wash your hands. Don't lick public toilets. Don't lick doorknobs. I mean,
but damn, they taste good. Did I say that?
Yeah. I mean, it's like and I see people on the street and they walk by me and they got their mask on and they run away from me. It's like, dude, I'm not going to French kiss you. We would have to get extremely close for either one of us to pass this virus back and forth. So just relax. Again, don't lick the toilets. If you can help it. not judging. There's some pretty bad ones, How
you doing, Kurt?
Hi, Kurt. We're just sitting there chatting tonight.
Hey, Kurt, Kurt's starting a full season baseball replay, 1974.
Nice. What's he playing with?
That's what himself. No. Set yourself up for that one. What are you using to play? It's not easy to lick those public toilet seats. Yeah.
It's not easy, but I mean, there's discipline. You got to have some, like when you go into the, now it's harder now because, you really can't go in restaurants and eat right now. But I mean, when they open up again, if you go in there and you're taking a leak and you look down and you see those, those toilets in there, it's just as tempting as it is to get down there and take a lick. Try not to.
I just find I have an irresistible urge every time I see that tiny bowl blue water.
I know, right?
Good for you. Pickle one.
Yeah, I know. I'm right on the edge myself. It's creeping up on me. And diet's a huge thing. Diet and exercise for me really worked. It just sucks that I can't skate right now because that was half of my exercise. I'm thinking the new normal will be not licking public toilet seats. Just saying.
Yeah, yes, if it pleases the court, this toilet right here, yes.
Oh.
We've kind of fallen off the rails here. He did in real life too, Kurt. But we kind of expected to do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but you never know. There's certain things you can do. There's certain things you can't do. So it depends what you're doing. You can lick toilet seats depending on what you're doing. And there's other things you can't.
Sure. You just don't show Floby pictures, but you can lick toilet seats.
Oh, those cakes in the urinal. Yeah. Oh, do you know what I saw today? There was a video. Remember I told you?
It's not what they meant by tasty cake, okay?
Did I ever tell you about the
That's better about that.
No. Did I ever tell you about the party we went to? Gotta be 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when my wife made the the cat litter cake. Did I ever tell you that story?
Yes, you did.
So she she got a clean cat litter box and made a cake that looked like cat litter with the Tootsie Rolls melted on the top and the whole bit, and then the scoops in there. I mean, it was all clean. Everything was new and washed and clean. Nobody would eat it. Nobody would eat it, right? I found something even better. I found someone who made these little cakes that look like those green and yellow scrubby pads you wash the dishes with.
Oh,
And I was like, look at this. This is unbelievable. It was a cake. It was like the inch thick yellow foam and then the gritty green top. So it was like a scrubby pad for a restaurant or and they took a fork, they cut into it, they ate it. And I was just like, it looked just like a scrubby pad. And I'm like, that would be the next thing to bring. Hey, you guys want this? And then have one guy go up and just like start chowing on it. You know, oh, what could even be better? You put a real one in there and you mix it up in there. So everyone's like, oh, this cake is great. And then one guy, oh no, I got the real one. That would be great. That would be great. I did. Was it season 1? What are we on now? What are we on now? I don't have no idea what season 1.
Left to go with Chachi. So
too funny.
That sounds like the whole thing with the jelly.
Yeah, I think I have links turned off, so someone couldn't put a porn link in here and then get my channel shut down. So I don't think you can post links. So that's why you can't post the links, because it's YouTube's funny like that. If you would anybody would come in and post a bad link to something really bad, they would punish me for it. So I think it's just so I don't have any links done. So you just, if you want to put in the search term, you know, that'd probably be the best thing. Just search this on YouTube and it'll come up. Yeah. So, we haven't had a Ron rant. Although Ron was rare so he had Sunday Ron on Saturday. We recorded Digital to Dice. He was such an attitude. You come in with such an attitude on that show. It's like, you know, like this is going to come through. It's going to be a bad. I had to carry the show because he came in with such an attitude. It's like, dude, you know, with recording the show, we're coming up on 1 year of the podcast on Digital to Dice, and this guy comes in, and I almost had to fire him from the show. Seriously, it was just like, I can't have this. I can't have this attitude. You know.
Is that why I had to go eat my Grumpy-O's?
Dave, I don't know if you can prevent it, but if you'd like to send them to us so we can check them out, just to make sure that, you know, they're what they say they. I'm kidding, of course.
Dave, you can actually shut off links.
Shut off. Yeah, I think if you go into your YouTube settings, you can shut off. You have to approve links or something like that, and it's a lot safer that way too.
A lot of those hit my spam. You know, check comments for spam and they can get rid of them. But yes, Airbase Speedway really is. And Slap Shoes is the name of the channel. Ow.
Yep, Grumpy-O's.
Grumpy-O's. That's right.
Gotta have some Grumpy-O's.
Show again.
So, yeah, just if you go into your YouTube Creator Studio, I think you go into some of your options and, well, maybe go into your comments and it'll say like allow links in your comments, and I disabled mine. So there's one guy that actually put in a link.
No, don't bite him. She's trying to bite me.
Oh boy, this guy put in a good link is what he did, and I still have to approve it because it wouldn't go through. But it's just safer for everybody that way. That way, someone can't just drop in and, you know. I don't think it quite spells it out like that.
That's Hey, I got called stupid today by the childish. What was it?
I saw that comment. Was it a year old? That video?
Yeah, no, it was from the 86 football replay. So it was from last year or last season. No, the Slap Shoes and Airbase is for an airbase in Greenville, or a racetrack in Greenville, South Carolina. It no longer exists. So I think the guy was a subscriber to some indie racing stuff and that, and I honestly think that he expected it to be the real game.
Yeah, because I think you said 1986, you know, week 3, Green Bay at Chicago. So he might have been going there looking for a game, and
although I can clearly say replay.
But still, I mean, you might be like, "Oh, this is a replay of the game." So, you
Right.
think if you're not familiar with what you do and what we do in the community as far as replaying games on the
Right.
computer or replaying games on the tabletop, you would think a TV replay or a game replay or something.
Right.
If you're not familiar with that term, yeah,
Called childish was one of the words that was called. Yes.
that was kind of that was just kind of weird. This is stupid and childish or something like that because you're playing a football game. You know what's the difference between that and playing Madden?
Oh, there isn't.
You know, if you know, so this is a guy that probably plays Madden all day and loves it, but if you go play a different football game, it's stupid. Really?
I had a commenter when I first restarted the channel that spelled out the word dork and put a dash between all the letters. You know, it's like, really, how dorky is it that you're calling me a dork?
Yeah, but I'm still subscribed to you, though. I mean, you know, I never unsubscribed except for that one time.
I have people who do that, by the way. You've given people bad advice.
Every once in a while, that anymore because people thought I was serious and people followed suit.
Every once in a while, I'll see so and so subscribe to your channel. Well, so and so subscribed to my channel and unsubscribed 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I've had that too. It's like this guy wasn't a subscriber.
What did I do to make my wife mad? I woke up this morning. That's all I need to do at times. I saw a great little meme. You know. First few years you're married, it's a king size bed or a double bed, and after 10 years there's a wooden partition between halves in the bed, and after 20 plus years then it turns into an electric fence. Yes, don't respond back, Big Polly, to those. Ray, jackass.
Poor Ron. My favorite one there, speaking about the guy and the wife, was The Far Side. The Far Side was gotta be the best. The Far Side was the best. That guy was just a genius. And he had the one, I like how he personifies everything. And it was the one with the dinosaurs. And it said the real reason dinosaurs are extinct. And there's the dinosaur guy reading the paper with the glasses on. And then the dinosaur wife's by the mirror and she says, "Does this dress make my ass look fat?" And it said the real reason why dinosaurs are extinct.
That's funny.
It was. I thought that was great.
I saw like a Bizarro or something similar like that. And she says, you know, she's just kind of sagging around and I look bad and I've got lots of cellulite. Is there anything you can say to make me feel better about myself? And the guy's reading the paper and says, "Oh yeah, your eyesight's perfect."
There was another one I saw too. I don't think it was Far Side. It was another one, and it was just like, you know, this guy's like, "I'm sick of all these people coming over the border, invading our country, bringing their stupid sport with them, and making us watch their stupid sport." He goes, "I'm really sick and tired of these people." And the one guy says, "Yeah, I can't stand soccer either." He goes, "Soccer? I was talking about hockey." I was like, "Ding!" Got me on that one. That was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah,
I've got several Far Side books.
Oh man, I should get one. They're just so great. I don't know if you can look them up online.
The 2 dogs in the back of the car on the way to the vet, and one turns the other and says, "We're gonna go get tutored."
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah. The school's about to ring. Ding, ding.
There was just so many funny ones there. The one there that had it had the 2 houses and like there's a little chain link fence between them. And on one side it was like, you know, Barbara's daycare, and the other side it was like Joe's dingo farm. It had all these wild dingoes on the fence looking at all the babies playing in the yard. It's like, oh. It was brutal. It was just like, where do you come up with these things? This guy is twisted. Now I'm gonna go look at some Far Side tonight.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, you want to wrap this up here? We want to come back on Monday night and chat with people. I didn't think we'd go.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd go this long, but we had a lot of people watching tonight. And we had a lot of fun getting back with everybody. Just kind of chatting with people, seeing what's going on. So yeah, we got the 4th of July coming up this week. So hopefully everybody has some time off and can go whatever kind of fun you can have. And I'm really hoping this is kind of the reset button here. I'm really kind of hoping after the 4th, we can start opening up at least over here. We can start playing hockey again, maybe try to at least feel like it's normal again. Think that we're headed in the right direction. I don't know. I find myself just really putting my head down lately, and I try to stay off some of the social media sites, and I just try to play my games and post my stuff in the games. I did a big write-up on Digital to Dice. If you've been to our group, was my banner here. If you've been to our group, facebook.com/groups/Digital to Dice, I posted my 1969-70 Series A recap between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Detroit Red Wings. I've been enjoying that. I'm playing a series and then do a quick recap of each game and hitting the high notes of what happened. Gordie Howe with the game-winning goal for Detroit in Game 6. They upset the Blackhawks. Now I'm playing the Oakland Seals and the Pittsburgh Penguins. In real life, the Penguins swept, and I'm going to say it right now, they are not sweeping the Seals right now. We are in Oakland, and we will be going back to Game 5 in Pittsburgh. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
So I'm playing some of that there, yeah. So I'm tempted to go finish up that series tonight, or if I want to go and shoot some, I might wait till the morning to shoot some videos. That way they're not going to wake up the wife if I'm talking. But I'll set up Studio C. I'll do some videos in the morning. I'm going to talk about some of my Sega games over here. I think I'm going to start that series. I think I want to start talking about that as well. At least get that ball rolling. I want to do my vacuum review video. I think that's going to be funny. That vacuum is great. It really is. I like that.
It's a great
So I want to, yeah. And so I got to review I got a little amplifier in the back I want to review for these music people. So again, as I said in my video last week, you're probably going to see a lot of different things coming up here on the channel. And some things will be sports related, some won't. It won't be anything controversial, but like I say, I'm going to start reviewing some different things, whether it's music stuff or practical stuff. I just want to get back into doing some of that, keep me occupied until I go back to work, which hopefully will be soon.
Couple weeks,
hopefully. Then we'll see from there. But probably just some more commentary stuff that seems to go over well. I mean, the game stuff goes over well, but I think the talk shows go over well too. So,
Emily would not ride her on a Rumba. She'd run and hide from it.
That would be fun. You ever seen the videos of the dogs and the cats riding on those things? That is kind of funny. So anyway, thanks to everybody here that tuned in tonight. Good to see everybody. Probably not tomorrow. I think we've been just doing Mondays lately. Although who knows? I mean, we might jump back on tomorrow night. You never know. We just take it easy and taking it one step at a time here. The Wings upset. That was pretty. Yeah, I got the Wings behind me. Yep. I do have the Wings behind me. I got to go change those because I haven't been streaming that much. I've been doing everything upstairs. I haven't done any recording down here. I don't even turn on this computer that much anymore. So, yep, I'm trying to play some games myself. I'm looking at some more golf stuff. I picked up a couple of hockey last seasons with 69, 70, and 70, 71. So I'm going to play some of those. I might do the finals. Each of those seasons, just the finals, because those games run kind of long. But I want to get back to playing some Hockey Blast. I played a bunch of Strat hockey the other day. I've been enjoying a lot. I've been trying to play all the stuff I have. Finally playing all the stuff I have. So having some fun doing that. Keep me out of trouble. Keeping my spirits up the best they can during this time. Although my doctor thinks I need a pacemaker. Oh my gosh, dude! Please tell me that was a mistake. Yeah, that just has me concerned right now, but it is what it is. So
that's not, yeah,
that's weird. That's just really weird, to have that. So, but anyway, hopefully, I don't think it's going to be that. If it is, then I'm in real trouble.
Yeah.
And then you guys can enjoy this world, and I'll be checking out a little early. So we'll see you.
That's not what you need.
No, I don't. I don't think it's going to get that. Who knows down the line? But right now they're going to try to fix it with another procedure, and then hopefully I'll feel better. So, and if anything, this thing has done is it's shown me that I need to take care of my body a little bit better than it was, and I've cut out a lot of things. There's still things I need to do, but I wish the gym was open because I would be hitting that every day, and hopefully I can get back to work and still hit the gym and try to just get healthier. Because me and the wife have been talking about we're getting older now. We don't want to be getting real old and being unhealthy because that's not when you want to try to fix things. So we should have fixed it years ago. We didn't. So we're going to try it now. So anyway, the broadcast daily, repeat broadcast daily. Yep.
You can watch this hour and a half anytime you'd like.
Yeah, so stay positive. We're gonna try, Glenn. We're gonna try and try to do some fun things, and that's what keeps it fun here, keeps everybody going, is doing the fun things. So try to do something fun every day for yourself, no matter what it is, no matter how long it is, no matter what it is. Do something fun, do something you enjoy for a few minutes, because that's what gets everybody through the day. So anyway, thanks everybody that tuned in tonight as we just did a Monday Night Live support chat here on June 29th. We come up on July, can you believe we're in July of 2020? This has been a
Wednesday.
Wow, wow, who would have thought back in March we'd ever even make it to July? Seriously. This is how nutty it's been. So anyway, so all right, we'll talk to everybody later. Thanks for tuning in. Ron, thanks for coming by.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye, folks.